Hello, and welcome to the last episode of the Riverhawk Talk, episode 21. I'm your host, as I have been for these last 21 episodes, probably wearing the same shirt I was on the last podcast. And Ava is still our co-host, who will still be introducing everyone else.
Yep, thank you, Gabe. All right, so today we've got Daniel with the great hair. He's not on camera right now, but I'm sure. Oh my gosh, another amazing entrance. Then we've got Zaid, we've got Sahej, we've got Catherine, Cameron, and my man. We've got Vivi, Isabella, Nico, Nikolish, and Capiche. And of course, we have a ton of special guests. We have Mr. Hahn, who was a student teacher for Mr. Polito's history class. We've got Gage, and we've got Tyler Braun. Or Tyler, sorry, I said the last name. I read it. Sorry, Tyler.
All right.
And of course, Mr. Polito.
All right, so this is going to be the final episode of the Riverhawk Talk, and this is going to be probably the last time you're going to see a lot of the people on this call having any sort of association with Norte. So sorry to lead off of that intro there with this depression here, but it's a fact. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of split the podcast in half here. We're going to start with a game of Quiplash, and then we're going to go over to talking for a bit. I figure it's the last episode. We'll just mix both. If you are a strict audio listener and you don't want to stick around for something visually related, I'm going to put a time code on screen right now. Skip forward to that. That's when we actually start just going for normal conversation. If you're in this for the whole thing, though, let's go ahead and do some Quiplash. I'm going to need Mr. Polito to explain how it works, though. You are muted.
I should totally unmute myself. Thanks, Gabe. Okay, so in just a moment, I'm going to do a screen share. Right now, what you can do is if you get on your phone, because you will need a second device if you're going to play along. So have your phone in front of you or an iPad or an Android tablet or whatever. You just need you could even do a second tab on your computer if you want. But you're going to need to go onto your browser and visit jackbox.tv. So jackbox.tv, you'll see that on your screen in just a moment. And I'm going to click share.
You know we got to be that VIP.
So basically the way this works is the first 8 people to jump in, there we go. So now at this point, those of us who were not one of the first 8 people to jump in, don't worry. We're still going to be able to play and have fun. But the rest of us are going to join as audience members. So I am going to put in this code, JAMQ, and I will put my name in here. So there we go, and I am now an audience member. Okay, whoever the VIP is, you're going to need to hit everybody's in, and of course, additional audience members can join at any time. So who's the VIP? Who has if you look on your phone, perfect.
All right.
Someone was it. I'm not sure.
I know.
Someone did it.
They know their stuff.
All right.
Okay,
All right,
so
listen to the instructions.
Or do you have audio shared? I don't think you're sharing audio.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it.
Oh, it's going to be very loud. Caution.
Yeah, you should probably turn the volume down.
Oof.
No, that's not an option on Zoom.
Oof.
Are you hearing the audio now?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
It's fine. We'll figure it out. Maybe.
Okay.
All right.
They're a vacuum.
It's fairly simple, the game.
So you want to have the wittiest, the funniest, the most clever response. So take a look, those of you who are 8 players, take a look at your phone now, and you're going to come up with a clever, funny, school-appropriate response to the 2 prompts that you're being given on your phone right now.
Oh, I have to be school appropriate, don't I?
You do have to be school-appropriate, yes.
Okay, why is that even a thing?
I could have had.
This is going on the official Rio Norte Junior High School YouTube channel, so we do want to make sure that it is school-appropriate.
Yeah, that'd leave a bad impression.
Yeah, it would. I promise I did check the box that says share computer sound, so I'm not quite sure why the computer sound is not being shared. However, you do not need you don't need the computer sound in order to play the game. 30 seconds left. So players, make sure that you're locking in your responses. We have Zaid, Capiche, Nico. 20 seconds left. Hurry up and finish those responses.
I just noticed that we have 8 audience members.
Yeah, 10 seconds left.
Took me a second to be funny, man. Took me a second. I got mine in.
Uh-oh.
There we go. 3 left.
I'm more proud of my first.
There we go.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, I only got one in. I didn't know there were multiple.
Okay, so
that
whoever's
means
against
someone
you will
gets
just
3
get a
points.
3,000 points.
I only got one in. I didn't.
It better not be Ava. Me and Ava still got that rivalry going.
We do. I will never stop wanting to beat Anne in every thing.
This is gonna be the thing.
All right, I voted for this one.
I don't know what Scrapple is.
I'm not Googling.
I'm not opposed to whatever it is.
Both are good.
Scrapple, look it up. It's interesting.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Catherine, have you actually eaten Scrapple?
No, but my parents talk about it.
Okay.
Oof.
I'm not sure what that is. I'm gonna Google it.
Google it. It sounds interesting.
Oh no.
And rabbit. So it's like cooked rabbit.
That's easy.
It's cooked rabbit?
Actually,
rabbit.
Actually,
It's like some sort of cooked rabbit, I think.
Okay, they're
Oh
like.
no, it's pork scraps and trimmings combined with cornmeal and wheat flour and often buckwheat flour and spices.
Okay, Ava.
I would have
Spam.
rather have been cooked rabbit. No.
It looks like Spam a little bit, just a little bit.
Oh, that really helps its case.
Wow, Catherine actually put like an actual answer then.
Yeah, I thought it was a made-up word. That's why I didn't vote for it. I'm so sorry.
Hey. It does sound made up.
You guys are great.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Oh my
Oh yeah,
goodness.
That was probably the best response we'll get.
they're doing that. They're doing that on quarantine now. They can't get close to the baby, so they just hit him with a Nerf gun.
Oh,
Let's
to have
go.
been baptized during the
Oh,
It's a
yes, Gabe.
you got a quiplash.
Yeah, that's
Dang,
gonna be
that was
a
like-
super
Wow, look at
quiplash.
this.
100%.
Yep,
Boom.
okay.
You beaten the game.
Super quiplash.
Gabe
Good
truly
job,
is the
Gabe.
ha-ha funny man.
That
You
was
could
the
have fooled
clean
me.
sweep.
Even though he only got one answer.
I only
it
got
was the
one in.
best
I didn't know there were more.
Oh, what?
Mold.
I don't even know what to decide.
I don't know.
Just randomly. That's how this works, right?
Ask Siri to flip a coin and just see what happens.
Well, Siri, it could take a while to do that.
These are both good responses.
Wow, Ava.
I'm sorry, Ava.
I'm sorry, little one.
Pretty much an even split.
Ava. That just means more for me, man.
Wait, but how did you
Come
know
on, Anne.
spell it?
I googled how to spell it.
Oh, you didn't
Okay,
know
really?
that
You had to
Cheated.
Google that? I mean, okay.
I'd probably have to Google
I
that.
don't understand
Red
how
rum.
runaway is a sign, so I'm gonna go with
I don't
that.
know.
I feel like this is gonna be a quiplash.
Yeah.
Get out of the house now.
Go away. Just go that way.
Whoever has the best holy
Go
water gun.
away.
Get out of the
Whoever has the
It's Quiplash.
Okay.
There's a true
Ah,
quiplash right
Has
there.
redeemed
Okay.
himself.
And
Just that you would
boom.
least
That
expect
is-
to
that
do
is just
better.
ouch.
Nico, good job.
I just realized that I'm still clapping in the meeting, and I've been doing
That's
that for the
pretty
past
insane.
like
Mr.
30
Bunny.
Ava
minutes.
just goes, all meeting.
Oh, animal.
Oh, come on, Gabe.
I'm not scared. I'm just
Gabe.
very.
Gabe, man. I just got free points, though. I'm not.
Oh, come on, Anne.
complaining.
If you beat me, I'm gonna blame it on Gabe.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
didn't. You got free points last
Hey,
time.
yo.
Well,
Ava, you got free points too.
it was like
Daniel's
he has, like,
dreaming of robots.
I had like 2 seconds.
No, apparently he's
to
dreaming
think
of
of
stairs.
why.
An aim for really bad Broadway music.
Oh.
Really bad
Oh
problem.
no.
Isn't Pokemon the musical a real thing?
That's actually a
SpongeBob the
thing.
musical.
Pokemon the musical. would
Oh
be-
yeah, that is.
Pokemon the musical.
Oh
Let's
God,
see.
I hope it isn't.
Please no.
Oh no, it's very real and it's very bad. Yep,
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, why did I
No.
vote for that?
it's very real. Oh dear.
Oh no, no.
Come on,
no,
guys.
no,
Think
no,
about
no,
like demons in Pokemon Jump.
All right, that's the end of round 1.
Think about it.
Yeah,
let's
my
go.
screen share's lagging
Scores.
really
Let's
badly.
go, Ava.
Please
Come on.
give me up there.
Result time.
Big money, big money,
Come
big.
on in.
Yes,
Okay.
Oh, my
Ava.
fifth.
I even got first place.
Okay, round two. Remember, you need to respond to 2 prompts. 2 prompts.
Mm.
Gabe
Yeah,
and
Don't worry,
Daniel.
Ava.
Yeah,
I'm working for
yeah.
you, Ava.
Mm.
Wait, what is this called? Quiplash?
Quiplash, yeah.
Quiplash. I gotta play this at some point.
It's part of a package of party games called Jackbox, but each individual pack is like $25 if you don't catch it on a sale. So
Yeah, they have been on sale for the last couple of weeks. So yeah, if you're interested, talk to your family and visit. Just Google search Jackbox Games. They're a lot of fun. We've played in person and we played over Zoom, and we've definitely gotten our money's worth.
see, it's hard to be funny fast, but
I know,
I
right?
don't have a choice here.
Wait a
I just
minute,
feel
I'm
this-
not funny. What?
I'm having trouble
Ah,
here.
yes.
30 seconds left, people.
Oh,
no. Oh no, I'm panicking.
I just failed miserably, so.
20 seconds.
This is the fastest, like 70
Okay,
Christine.
seconds.
I hate
I
my
got the
answer.
weirdest
I know, right?
question.
I don't like my answer.
10 seconds.
My
Ava, I
answers
might
were really
have to
bad.
give this one to you, unless you fall under
5
pressure.
seconds.
Oh boy.
Ava,
I mean,
where is your answer?
That
Oh.
could
Answer, it's so bad.
that could be accused of being funny.
Strange place to
Oh.
go.
Isn't that the norm
Okay.
nowadays?
Nowhere, not. These are good. I like these.
Both of those are
Oh
so
my.
Oh,
Thank you.
I liked the other answer too.
Nowhere, not anymore.
I didn't understand it at first.
Hurts just a little.
Not anymore.
Guys, I still have a tab open with the quiplashes from last time.
Oof.
I just
No,
realized
the
that.
bank. I'm gonna have to give it to the bank.
Sad.
Thank you, Anne.
You're
It's a
welcome.
bit whack to go to the bank in a ski mask. That might
That might cause problems.
I mean, hey,
Didn't even
I
remember.
used to think the same thing of a bandana.
Spicy water or water that's
Spicy
just
water.
Spicy water.
What do either of
Spicy
these have
water.
to do with the Wizard of Oz?
I'm
Yeah.
not
And
sure.
that's what they sell in the movie.
I feel like there could have been something with
I'm not
like.
gonna vote on this one.
do water.
Maybe that's the water they threw on the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be.
That's why she
Mint
melted. It was
flavored
just
water.
really. Mint is just
Yeah.
cold spicy, so it makes sense.
I just didn't
Spicy
know.
water
I did.
sounds like
I hated my answers. So
I like one of my answers, but I feel like it's gonna match the other person's because it was really generic.
Oh.
oh no.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
I literally just said that.
Notice that neither person actually just gave one word.
It's,
We should not have voted.
The worst word.
I wasn't prepared for uh-oh to just come on screen.
Uh-oh.
Copy.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Dinky.
What?
That's kind of fair. That's kind of fair.
the other one was better.
How did uh-oh fart make any sense?
Hey,
I think it
it
makes
just
sense.
Oh,
Like nobody says uh-oh.
It's just way more superior.
Never use a snake or your
I mean,
Y'all good back there?
what, Ava? What are you losing your mind over?
Say it on the podcast.
What is happening?
Let's see which. Please me.
Eva,
Let's go.
bro.
This is an outrage. This is an outrage.
Let's go.
You could die with a snake around your neck.
Well, you could be
Or
very.
you just
it was
slither
dead.
It will just slither off and go into your hair.
Although you could be
Oh,
very
boy.
unhappy with the cat.
the dumbest person in
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Me or no one.
Oh.
Wow,
All right, Daniel.
Wow, that's a blow.
Thank you, Daniel.
That's a pretty cheap
And
22.
Daniel immediately wins.
F.
Michelangelo's Mona Lisa 2.
Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm kind of scared for this one.
Alright, I did not like
That one.
Guys, that was very original.
That one, dude.
Alright, I'm about to get quick lashed. Let's go.
Mona Lisa 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Interesting that the original Mona Lisa was actually Leonardo da Vinci, not Michelangelo.
What?
It was a different director. It was a spinoff.
I feel like when we have
knew
like
it.
two very
I knew
similar
it.
answers.
Yes, of course.
A true quiplash, and boom.
Thank you.
Nice.
I appreciate.
So they really found his
Oh,
his
no.
thumb.
Oh,
No.
They found the
There was-
DVD
Come up
copy of
with
Shark
anything
Tank.
here. I can't do
There
better
was
than
I'm not
no
voting
King
on this
Tut
one.
at
I'm
all.
very confused.
There was
I'm
a
voting
King Tut.
just to vote.
Okay.
We've evolved from actual jokes to like Facebook conspiracy theories here. It's like there was no King Tut. They're lying to you to make it up.
They
They were
clearly
lying.
found the DVD copy of the
You're
Emoji
welcome,
Movie.
Ava.
Prophecy
Oh
had
my
foretold.
God.
Oh, no.
All right,
Nico wins.
we'll go with that.
All right.
Yeah. As long
This
as I'm
is-
ahead of Ava, I'm okay with whatever.
Come on,
place
All
it
right,
is.
what's this one?
Half hour before you
Watch
watch Kitchen Nightmares.
Oh my.
I would have said don't eat a half hour before you eat, but okay.
Before you eat. You know what? This is an expensive game, but I can get behind it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, it seems
Let's go.
worth like 20
Oh.
bucks.
Oh, that's half
don't
and
do me
half.
like that. Don't do me like that.
Oh.
Let's go.
Why you gotta be like,
Okay, Gabe wins. All right.
We good. Well, I'm probably gonna get like third place anyway.
Ava,
but
let's go.
And I
Please,
already know what's
please.
gonna happen.
just
I
leave me in the
still
top
stayed in
four.
Oh my god, I'm
Okay.
still in first place.
I could have just left.
That happened.
How is this a
I'm a true
thing?
master.
All right, that was
Whoever
good.
has it.
All right.
As you managed to
Uh,
stay last
there we
place for the
Oh, that
entire
was
time.
beautiful.
That was great.
I wish we could do another round.
That was
Oh.
Well,
I
I'm
wish I
gonna
could be
say.
People Dome is great. Let me just tell you that.
That was
Ava
beautiful.
knows that for a fact.
All right, well, I'm going to say we don't spend too much time because that was a fair chunk of the podcast, but this is the last time that we're going to be doing a podcast, so we might as well spend a while. At the risk of going from something that happy to not being happy,
That's
Don't.
just horrible.
this
don't.
is
Don't do it. Don't do
this-
it, Gabe.
okay.
Don't do it.
Let's just
No.
say, is there any advice any 8th graders here or any 7th graders, anyone for that matter, has for the incoming 7th graders who are going to 8th graders or the 6th graders who have no idea what they're getting themselves into? You have any advice to them?
be
Nice.
good at life.
Yes.
Sahej
some
and Ann
solid
both have
advice.
their hands up.
All right, and go ahead.
Okay. All it is that if you're going to Rio's pretty chill. People there are pretty chill. Not much goes on, but it's great. You'll have a great time. Obviously, make memories because you're gonna need those. Obviously, if we do get to school next year, I know I'm gonna be like taking like a picture almost every single day just
Yes.
because of what happened now. But yeah,
Really happy
Rio
we took
is
you.
chill. There's not much you need to worry about. I think you'll get the hang of things when you get there. And obviously, it was just a really sweet school. So
Yeah, it's pretty good all around. Cameron, you have something.
If you're not going to bring your own lunch to school and you want to go to the cafeteria, don't wait. Once your class ends, get out the door fast, run to the lines, or else you're going to be waiting half an hour. I'm warning you now.
Great
I learned that
wisdom.
the hard way.
All of us have.
Cameron,
That's just a
Cameron,
fact.
if you thought lines were long before, imagine lines 6 feet apart for the cafeteria.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh yeah,
Bruh.
like
I
going
can't
across
get
like the
past
whole
that to get
campus.
to the nurse's office half the time. I have to
Oh.
like walk around.
Whenever I had PE before lunch, I would just thank the Lord for like 2 minutes, and then I'd be like, "Gotta go."
So, Gabe, in the participant list, we do have people who have their hands raised. You have Sahej, Capiche, and then
Oh.
Zaid.
Wow, a lot of people. Okay, Sahej, go ahead.
Enjoy the moment.
That's very Bob Ross-esque. Cool.
I'm a painter. I look up to Bob Ross.
Don't worry. Even people who don't paint, we all love Bob Ross. It's hard not to. Capiche, I'm interested. What do you have?
Junior high is definitely a lot more fun than elementary school. Definitely, you're gonna enjoy it a lot more. That's about it.
Yeah, you get a lot more freedom in junior high that you didn't get back in elementary school. Like, you remember back, maybe this was just Bridgeport being Bridgeport, but by 6th grade, you could not have your phone out, like, at any point in time.
That was true for all the time. I was in elementary school, and I went to like 3 different ones. So it was pretty crazy when I got to Rio, and that all changed.
And in
Dave,
junior
do you remember
high,
those sandpaper words?
sandpaper words, yes, yeah, that was a mess. I'm glad they don't
Oh yeah, I
try to do that anymore.
But we didn't have a sandpaper words
Toastmasters.
thing.
I actually miss Toastmasters.
No,
was
no more
fun.
Toastmasters.
Toastmasters was fun when I wasn't the one giving the speech, but as soon as I was up there,
It wasn't fun the whole time.
Zaid, what's your advice?
Yeah, you have
Yes, to all those people out there who are trying to get a phone. Like, I'll say it here. You want a phone. And I know that from personal experience because I was that one guy who didn't have a phone through junior high. So you want a phone because if you have an iPad at home, that's not going to help much during school.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
I feel like I can't be the only one who tried to explain my schedule to my parents, and they just could not get it.
Yeah.
I know.
We're incapable.
Why bother?
Yeah, the block schedule, you actually learn things in your classes. It's a revolutionary idea where they actually give the teachers enough time to teach the things they're paid to teach.
It's pretty crazy.
It's a really cool thing. But it does help a lot because you don't have to carry all your books with you all the time. It is annoying when you forget to switch books. So memorize your schedule as soon as possible, because if you screw up and you forget to bring books, that's going to be a problem.
Also, bring your ID card to school. Don't be that one kid who's like, oh, we don't need our ID card. You're going to need your ID card. Always have it in your backpack. To those of you who didn't have your ID card for like the first half of the year, you regret that, don't you? But just saying, just keep your ID card in your backpack. You don't know when you're going to need it. So, and memorize your ID card number, because that's very important too, because if you're just there and you don't know your ID number, it's going to be very, very awkward, and it's just a lifesaver. So always remember that.
Yeah, no, everything the school says that you should keep on you, at this age, you're going to think, oh, I don't need that. That's not as essential as they're making it sound. Yes, it is. You need to bring it. Bring it it doesn't matter. Like, if nothing else, you got a phone, get a phone wallet, put it in there. Like, there are ways to keep track of these things where you don't forget them and end up just screwing yourself over. So do it. I don't have any more advice, honestly.
So Zaid is politely raising his hand. I would also be curious to find out from Mr. Hahn, because Mr. Hahn is Mr. Hahn. You were just kind enough to be our guest today. So I want to ask Mr. after we hear from Zaid, I would like to hear Mr. Hahn's reflections on and his observations on what advice he would give to incoming students. But first, Zaid had his hand up again.
Yeah, Zaid, go ahead.
Don't be that one guy who shoves all of his stuff in his backpack. Your teachers will notice, and then that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, you're going to want to be organized when you get to junior high. Mr. Hahn, go ahead.
This is just, I guess, advice from my experience personally, and it might not apply to everyone in the room, but give your teachers some slack. We're out here grinding just like y'all. We're out here making mistakes just like y'all. I don't know if some of y'all might have remembered, but I choked really hard. I mean, like, choked really hard the first time I got in front of the class. It was super cringe. It was like I wanted to just fold up into myself out of existence in front of everybody in that room. And so and that's just me though. But then, like, remember, the teachers up front, we're all up in front of the class. We're teaching. It's some of us deal with it a little bit better than others. I myself was not one of them until later on when I learned. So cut your teachers a little bit of slack. We're out there grinding just like y'all. We're out there learning just like y'all. It's just a giant process that everybody's going through. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Mr. Han. I won't call you out anymore.
Oh, God.
Anymore,
It's a
implying
bit
that
late
Anne
for
has
that.
given him crap for it many times by now.
Yeah.
No, I don't really have any major advice to give. Honestly, if you can control it, worrying less, it's kind of a forehead solution. Just worry less, but it's not as scary as it's going to sound. And by the time you're there for a couple weeks, maybe a month at best, you're not going to be worried about it. So just go in there with as clear a head as you can muster, and you will be just fine. Probably, maybe, hopefully. That's up to you. I don't really have anything else to add. This is the last podcast, and this is the last time about half of us are ever going to be here in association with RioTV. So if there are any final words that anyone has for this class or the school or people or anything at all, now would be the time to give those. Because I can tell you I do not.
This was a quite epic class, and it was probably the best part of like the 2 years at Rio Norte, and it will be quite sad to leave.
Mostly RioTV.
I didn't know more than half the school most of the time, because like when you're in your team, like the people on your team and like the people in your classes and like just your friends in general, and you don't really know anyone else. But to those of you I don't know, I bet you guys are still amazing people, and I guess I miss seeing you guys on campus, because like Ava said earlier, I don't know if it was on the podcast or not, that like you don't know that you miss seeing people on campus until you're not on campus. So you guys are chill. Hopefully you guys will do great.
Yeah, it's pretty sound.
Who's the 8th graders?
I missed the classroom. Oh, man.
Yeah, well, hopefully by the time next school year rolls around, cross your fingers, knock on wood here, we'll be back physically in campus. It'd be nice, but we'll see how that turns out. I don't see any hands raised. If anyone has anything else to add, go ahead. And if not, I guess we just kind of wrap this up for the final time.
Before we wrap up, I just want to hear from Anne Sebastian. What is the key to positivity and happiness? Because Anne Sebastian seems to have that unlocked. And how do you always approach everything in life, it seems, with a very positive attitude and like joy for life?
I mean, I don't know why, but I guess most middle schoolers, they just get the sense of, oh, everything just sucks for some reason. I just never got that for some reason. Like, if you just talk to anyone, they'd be like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, man, I just can't today for some reason. I just didn't go through that one phase. So I just, just take life one step at a time and just see where it goes,
Anne is just epic.
Anne has
That's the only answer.
Yeah, I mean, sure, that summarizes it.
Does Gage have his hand up, or is he just waiting?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
I forgot to say this. It's a suggestion. I had my mic muted.
I will say we can't hear you. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Oh, no, that's my bad. I must have clicked the mute button on accident again.
It's cool. I can just cut all that out. No one will ever see that.
No. Leave it in.
Okay.
Gage, please. The suspense is killing me. Don't leave us hanging. Come on now.
Suggestion?
I applaud this.
Okay. Sorry. I don't play FNAF on campus.
That's a suggestion. Don't play FNAF on campus.
That's advice. Thank you.
I kind of respect that, though.
Very sound advice.
Okay. I'm going to ask you one more question because I know we're getting ready to wrap it up. So one more question. It was on the survey, the parent survey. I am a Rio Norte parent, so I got this survey. Your parent or guardian got this survey as well. Was there one teacher on campus who, like during this whole time of quarantine, you felt like really, really brought it, really like went above and beyond? A teacher you want to kind of shout out before we leave today?
Sure, Polito.
Nice.
Okay, I wasn't looking for.
Just all go down the list and just say Mr. Polito, and then we can all.
No. So, Catherine, you have your hand up. Catherine, go ahead.
So I did want to say you, but for history class, because I think your class has been the most, or the closest to normal almost, and we're still learning a lot of stuff, and it's still really engaging. So, yeah.
Thanks, Catherine. Isabella Romanelli.
I felt that you, Mr. Ippolito, and Mrs. Pulaski on Shenandoah were both like really engaging and made it like felt like it was almost normal, like we were still in class and you were all like just so happy and everything.
I draw my inspiration from Aunt Sebastian. Vivi.
I just like to give a shout out to like all the Rio Verde teachers because they made distant learning pretty like easy, and like this year was really great. So thank you.
Cool, thanks, Vivi. Sahej.
I want to give a shout out to all of the Zambezi teachers because a lot of times the videos or assignments didn't work, and instead of giving up, they like pushed through and they made the assignment work. So thanks.
Yeah, as teachers, we ask students to persevere and have grit and, not give up. And we as teachers need to do that too. Ava Gabriel, I think your hand is up.
Yep, that's
clapping.
my attempt of raising my hand as I'm co-host, so I can't. I thought that Miss Schneider did a really good job of for long distance learning, and then I also thought the entirety of the math department did a really good job, mostly because they all like work together because they're all teaching the same stuff, and it seemed like they all kind of had like a whole plan together, and it was really like well done. But Miss Schneider did a really good job, and she was really good over like in class and like now that we're in online class. So
that's cool. Thanks, Ava. Anne, and then Gabriel, and then Cameron.
Okay, so obviously I might be a little biased here when I said Amazon teachers did a great job. You guys are great. I liked how some teachers were like posting homework and everything like every single time, and then some teachers just tried to like make everyone feel chill and like post the deadlines a little bit back a little bit. I thought it was a good balance between the two because there were some classes were like, oh, homework, yes, and then some of them were like, okay, here, have some more time, do your best job, It was a good balance between the two. And obviously I'm going to shout out Mr. Hahn. You did such a great job teaching. I thought you were really prepared whenever you had like your lectures and everything. So good job, Mr. Hahn. I wasn't there to see you in person teaching, but I thought you did a pretty good job teaching over Zoom. So.
What are you talking about? I took over for that entire week that one time, remember?
Oh yeah, I do remember. That was great. But yeah, I feel like there was a lot of improvement, so I have high hopes.
That's gangster.
On that same note,
It's sometimes tough to remember like life before quarantine. It's been so long now. It's I think my wife said today was day 79. So Gabriel.
Oh, you can have Cameron go first. I'll go last.
Cameron.
I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Marenko from Team Shenandoah. Not specifically he did a lot for us this year, but especially in quarantine. Besides you, Mr. Polito, he's my only teacher who's actually figured out the whole Zoom thing and getting everyone together on Zoom and asking how everyone's been. So I just want to give him a shout out for that, and all my Shenandoah teachers too.
All right, Gabriel, looks like you're going to have the last word.
All right, I think honestly, just every teacher at the school needs a shout out at this point. Like, they had such short notice to change everything about how they teach and how they assign stuff. And regardless of your opinions on how much work you got or the quality of the work you got, they pulled it off. You, in fact, did learn something this year. Little known fact. That is why you go to school. And even with a massive change like this coming out of nowhere, they still pulled it off. That's extremely impressive. And I would bet a lot of money on the fact that there are a lot of teachers out there who did it a lot worse. So I guess I'm just giving a shout out to all the teachers because, whoa. And I think with that, we ought to start wrapping up the podcast because this is probably going to be one of our longer episodes. Fitting because it's the last, but definitely one of the longer ones. So thank you for sticking through the Riverhawk Talk. You can join us at the start of the next school year where hopefully, fingers crossed here, we'll be back to the normal RioTV show. Well, half of us will be. The other half will not be here anymore. So on behalf of the 8th graders who are not going to be joining you, it's been fun. We enjoyed our time, and we look forward to seeing what you're going to be doing next year. And I think I speak for all of us when I say that that is a wrap. Thanks for watching, and go wash your hands, please. May that be my final message to the school. Wash your hands.
Bye.
Bye.